Hi guys, you're welcome to News in Brief on Vantage TV. So just in case you missed out on the stories that made the rounds this week, not to worry, just sit back and relax as I give you quick updates on the stories that made the headlines this week. My name is Anita Macaulay and here's the news. On the national news, President Muhammadu Buhari has commemorated with Vice President Yemi Osinbajo on his 65th birthday on the 8th of March, describing him as a resourceful and a loyal public servant. Through the special advisor to the president, media and publicity, Femi Adesina, the president commended the vice president for regularly advocating policies which support human development and place people at the center of governance. In a recent development, the suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, and 4 other policemen jointly accused with him this week pleaded not guilty to the entire 8-count charge filed by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) against them. Arraigned before a federal high court in Abuja for the unlawful importation and possession of over 20 kilograms of cocaine, the 2 co-accused civilians arraigned with the uniformed men, however, pleaded guilty to 3 of the 8-count charges. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja on Tuesday sacked Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State and his deputy Dr. Eric Kelechi Igwe following their defection from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC). The court, in a judgment delivered by Justice Inyang Eko, held that the total number of over 390,000 votes Governor Umahi secured during the March 2019 governorship election in Ebonyi State belonged to the PDP and could not be legally transferred to the APC. Therefore, he had forfeited those votes upon defection. As the world marked International Women's Day this week, the Nigeria Governors' Wives Forum stormed the National Assembly complex to protest the rejection of gender bills during the Constitution Amendment session last week. Led by their chairperson, the wife of Ekiti State Governor, Bisi Fayemi, they joined hundreds of women who had been previously converging to protest the rejection and jointly urged lawmakers to overturn the decision, stating that the dismissal was a direct rejection of the progress of Nigerian women. Subsequently, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, announced that the bills would come up for voting in 4 weeks' time. A new batch of 306 Nigerians this week returned home from war-ravaged Ukraine. According to the Nigerian in Diaspora Commission, their arrivals increased the number of Nigerians evacuated by the federal government to 1,112, as 807 others had earlier been evacuated in 3 batches as at Saturday. The commission stated also that the returnees were excited to be out of harm's way and in safety. On to the international scene. In what has been described as the most digitally monitored war yet, the Russian army has continued to intensify attacks on key Ukrainian cities, especially the capital city of Kyiv. Since the beginning of the invasion 2 weeks ago, evacuations have also continued with several citizens and foreigners fleeing the country. In the same vein, the Russian government has been faced with several sanctions from the European Union, global financial organizations, FIFA, Formula 1, and most recently, media giant Netflix. Following reports from civilian fatalities, Russia has proposed a limited ceasefire for the opening of civilian evacuation corridors. The Austrian government said Wednesday that it won't start enforcing a vaccine mandate for most adults in mid-March as it had planned. The vaccination mandate for people 18 and over was to issue police checks on each citizen's vaccination status during traffic stops, and people without proof of vaccination will be fined duly. But upon suspension of the mandate, a commission of experts will re-evaluate the situation by mid-June. Alright guys, that's it for the national and international news on the News in Brief. Coming up next is entertainment. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, I'm Laifa and you are welcome to Entertainment on the News in Brief, where you get the juiciest stories that made the rounds this week. Without further ado, let's get right into it. P-Square will sell out London's O2 Arena without new songs, Mr. P brags. In a series of tweets on Tuesday, Peter Okoye, one half of the newly reconciled musical duo P-Square, recently claimed that the pair would shut down their next major outing abroad with or without new songs. He said that while urging P-Square fans to choose a venue of their choice for their next concert in London. Well, while they have the numbers, some fresh tunes for the fans won't be a bad idea. Davido acquires 2022 Mercedes Maybach after sold-out London concert. The singer recently announced his latest addition to his garage collection, a black SUV worth over $350,000. His latest automobile signing comes only a few days after he sold out his We Rise by Lifting Others concert at London's O2 Arena over the weekend. We truly rise higher and higher by lifting others. Celebrate Women's Day without referring to age or marital status, Yemi Alade responds to trolls. While Women's Day 2022 celebrations were underway, trolls came visiting singer Yemi Alade's TL, evidently shaming her for being single and, according to them, closing in on menopause. In a quick response, Yemi Alade promptly told off the commenters, stating that women should be allowed to live their lives and be celebrated like men without any reference to age or marital status, while dropping hints about her new music due for release in April. That troll may have even been a fellow woman. No cap. Mr. Easy donates 5 million naira to stranded Africans caught in the middle of Russian-Ukraine war. Banco music star Mr. Easy has donated 5 million naira to 8 Africans stranded in Ukraine, as reviewed by comedian Chris Clown on Twitter. Appreciating the singer for his humanitarian act, the media personality called on other celebrities and well-meaning individuals to replicate the gesture. Happy New Year, Mr. Easy. That was a thoughtful one. And here's the funniest thing we saw this week. As much as I hate to go, I have to go. But sit tight and relax as sports comes right up.
Hello sports lovers, welcome to Sports on the News in Brief. I am Emilio Menesubstance and these are the top stories. And we start off with the NBA. Phoenix Suns beat Miami Heat to qualify for playoffs. The Los Angeles Lakers lost 139 to 130 in overtime against the Houston Rockets, making it 6 losses in their past 7 games. Now we go off to football. In the Premier League, as Chelsea FC has been officially declared as a part of Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich's assets frozen by the UK, a special license has been put in place by the government to allow the club to fulfill its fixtures, pay wages, and honor tickets that have already been sold. The license, however, prohibits further sale of tickets, and the club merchandise store has been closed. And still in the Premier League, Leicester City beat Leeds United by 1-0 on Saturday, but they will be without striker Jamie Vardy, who sustained an injury during the game on Saturday. Vardy is the Foxes' joint top scorer with 12 goals from 24 appearances so far this season. In other Premier League matches played last week, Aston Villa won 4-0 against Southampton, Burnley was beaten 4-0 by Chelsea, Newcastle beat Brighton 2-1, Arsenal beat Watford 3-2, and in the Manchester derby, City beat United by 4 goals to 1. And now the Champions League. Tuesday night saw Bayern trash Salzburg 7-1 at the Allianz Arena, while Liverpool lost 1-0 to Inter Milan, but we are through to the quarterfinals on aggregate, having won the reverse fixture 2-0. Real Madrid showed class and quality on Wednesday night. A Karim Benzema hat-trick in the second half after Mbappe gave PSG the lead was more than enough to get Madrid into the quarterfinal of the Champions League. And finally, Manchester City played a goalless draw at the Etihad but still qualified thanks to the 5-0 victory in Portugal 2 weeks ago. That's all for today's Sports on the News in Brief. Follow Vantage TV for all the news, sports and entertainment. I am Emilio Menesubstance. Till I return next week, remember to like, share and subscribe.